Yeah.
Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for joining another special edition of the show. We are broadcasting, not live, but we are recording live from the TWF studios in the Queen City with a little late night edition. But I am your host, BangEm South, Jason Fastkade, and you are now listening to the Wrestling Fans Podcast with my co-host, the best in the world today, the man, Trent Williams. The only guy that I know that was the first to hashtag lopsided boob. That's all I'm going to say. So, Trent, we had a slew of shows this week. We had some shows that were better than the rest, and we have some other news and notes to get to related to reality TV. So, Trent, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Trent, I'm telling you, man, I went to WrestleZone. I went to a couple sites this week, and lopsided boob was in the comment section everywhere. So Trent, are you ready, man?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's do something a little bit different, man. You know, we're gonna stop stalling and get right into the show. But instead of starting off with Raw or starting off with Smackdown, I honestly think NXT had one of the best shows that they've had in a long time this week. So let's start off with NXT, man.
All right. So the biggest thing coming out of this week's NXT is Hideo Itami is the new number one contender for the NXT Championship after he beat Roderick Strong in a really, really good main event.
Definitely, man. And after those Roddy True Hollywood stories, I thought Roddy was gonna pick up the win here. But they are going with Hideo versus Rude. So I think it's gonna be an awesome match. It'll be in Chicago. The atmosphere will be electric. And I mean, you at least give Hideo a shot if one day he might be the future NXT title holder.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how he just come back from injury and he jumped straight into the title picture.
Yeah, man. I mean, for such a small stature, I mean, he's almost the same height, stature as Finn Balor. He was a big signing. I mean, I don't really remember when he was a big signing. Not like Finn Balor or Nakamura, but remember when he got signed? That was the talk of the town, right? He was NXT latest signee, right. So they're gonna do something with him.
Yeah, wasn't he one that like they signed him, but he got overshadowed by like Balor getting signed like within the next week or something?
Yeah, I think they kind of came in, not necessarily back to back, but yeah, like they did a lot of press on it, but it wasn't like I don't think anyone got the debut like Nakamura did.
No.
So, he was like the signee. I mean, and that's really all it came down to. And yeah, he kind of got overshadowed. So you're right about that, man.
Yeah. And was Hideo one of those that had the bad broken English? Because his promo tonight was like pretty good.
I remember, wasn't it when he was going up against Kevin Owens? Kevin Owens kind of picked at him for his English, so maybe he had time to get that right. But yeah, man. I
mean, whatever lessons he took, he did a good job because he sounds complete English. He barely has even any broken Japanese to it.
And see, that was the biggest thing that we were worried about, right? With Asuka, with Nakamura, with Hideo. What time frame would they have to actually build a promo, maybe even a catchphrase, but present themselves in a promo to an English-speaking audience and have someone in Georgia or Arkansas not say, I can't understand them.
Right.
So I'm glad that they're doing it. Maybe they're just bringing it along slowly, but yeah, man, he looks very comfortable, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, and who are we to worry about Nakamura? I mean, after all, he is Michael Jackson.
Dude, I like the outfit he had with like the Bengal stripes on it. Like, I thought that was like the best one. But yeah, now he's back to like the red and black, which is cool. But yeah, he is Michael Jackson.
Well, I'm just saying that because that's all Vince thinks of him as. Like he don't know, he don't get what Nakamura is past Michael Jackson imitation.
So let me ask you this: where did the whole Michael Jackson thing come from?
Well, I mean, he does like play off that like in his entrances and stuff, but like being WWE, they're going to take that and turn it up to 11. You know, where that'll be all he's known as.
But help me out though. Give me the similarities to Michael Jackson. That's what I'm asking.
Well, sometimes he dressed like him a little bit. I know he used to in New Japan and stuff, and he used to dance a little bit more than he does now.
Oh,
Some of the
really?
moves
Okay.
are kind of Michael Jackson esque a little bit.
Okay. No, I totally got the first set of gear. That definitely the red leather jacket with the
Right.
crazy zippers and stuff. I was like, yeah, that's straight Michael Jackson. But I didn't know if that was something in his repertoire. Makes sense though.
Yeah, he's. I think he said before that Michael Jackson is a big influence on his character.
Okay, cool. Let's switch over to someone
And
who
one
also.
more thing I'll say about Nakamura real quick.
Go ahead.
This whole Nakamura that we know now has only been around for like the last 3 or 4 years. Like before he found this, he was just a regular guy in tights, I think, that was wrestling in Japan. He was like another Shibata.
Who was the guy who wrestled Brock Lesnar? Was he
Yeah.
this Nakamura or was he
No.
another guy?
Yeah, just
Like
regular.
he was okay. Maybe he just found his calling, man. Maybe he's found dude. Let's stay on Nakamura. Did you read the article that said that they first offered the glorious theme song to Nakamura and he turned it down? And then he introduced what's the current Nakamura thing with like a couple samples, and they kind of went with it. He's gonna be able to ride off that for the rest of his career, dude.
Yeah.
They're never gonna change that song. I mean, they might add some more drums or something like that. Have Snoop do a verse to it at 5 years from now at a WrestleMania, but he's gonna. That's him. It's that theme song, man. That is so crazy, dude.
And Bobby Roode, just think where he would have been if Nakamura would have took the glorious theme song.
I will say this, and this is what I was going to get to, because Satan does play a large part in Aleister Black's life.
Yes.
I think that's where they're going. Sooner or later, just have the ultimate battle of good versus evil. With Aleister Black versus Bobby Roode, I'm imagine the ominous dark feel versus a piano and a gospel choir singing Gloria. So yeah, man, like I can't wait till that matchup happens. But these theme songs.
So for that to happen, would you see Roode going babyface or Aleister Black going heel?
Dude, this is what I probably need to ask you. Tommy End, right? What's his promo like, or does he ever give a promo?
I don't know.
Okay, so like that's really the only thing that is kind of holding me back from saying he might be the good guy, he might be the bad guy. The thing that I don't get with it is they had the corporate ministry, right? I mean, they had the cross and all that stuff, and they've done dark characters before. I want to see how far they're going to push it, because they are going to push it. If you are going to do that, I don't know. Like I don't know if kids are going to be all into the black theme. Maybe they start doing what Edge and Christian and Gangrel did, where every kid wanted to be a vampire and stuff. Maybe they get behind that, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, and another thing, if this whole dark thing takes off with him and he gets to be a big star and goes to the main roster, that's a lot of trouble for Bray Wyatt, because it's about the same thing, sort of.
Dude, a lot of these guys are starting to cross over into their move sets, into their styles. I mean, it was kind of a cool thing to have somebody with a strong style, but now you're probably going to get a strong style on each show now.
Right.
If you have a Demon King, now you got Bray Wyatt, who's the son of the demon, and now you got an Aleister Black. So you keep getting these reincarnations of almost the same guy,
right?
But maybe they switch the show. Maybe they put Aleister on NXT. Maybe Bray goes less demonish or something like that. Yeah. I mean, they'll do something, but Aleister's gonna be around for a while, man.
But you put Finn Balor in that category, but I don't really see him like that. I mean, yeah, he wears the face paint, but he don't really do nothing that's that dark and evil. Like,
but see, I don't know what they're. Yeah, like I don't know what they're doing with that, because when they first introduced him, he was the Demon King and he had this huge folklore backstory. Now he's really just a dorky looking Marty McFly with that jacket. And at the pay-per-view, it's really all about the face paint. So, I mean, he's more like a superhero, since he is kind of a baby face, maybe he just transforms into Spider-Man or Venom. But that dark character is his alter ego, and maybe they can push the baby face side of him more and just the dark side on the pay-per-views.
Yeah, that's kind of like an idea that. Have you ever heard the idea that Cody Rhodes had before he left?
What was that?
He was going to be Cody Rhodes on one show and be Stardust on the other.
What do you mean?
Where he would work both shows, but it would be two different gimmicks.
No. I see what you're saying, but like, so he would be the narcissistic Cody Rhodes on SmackDown and then be Stardust on Raw?
Right.
Yeah, listen, I could see how it could work. I definitely could see how it could work because what you would probably build up to is who's going to come out. Is it going to be Stardust, or like if he was in a tag team with Goldust, it would be Stardust. But if he was in line for a title shot, who's going to come out? Would the movesets be different? Obviously theme song and stuff like that. Dude, you could have got a lot out of that too, man. Maybe he would have became the American Nightmare.
Yeah.
With that, and then Brandy tries to get him to go back to Stardust, and you could have played with that, but that's a lot of work for a guy that's a lot of work.
It is, but I think he could pull it off because it seemed like he pulled off everything they gave him.
Yeah, that is a lot of work. That's a lot of. I mean, I could see it working in a tag team setting on Raw and a singles area on SmackDown.
Right.
But see, that's the beauty of coming up with your own angles and your own storylines. You know what that would have did though, right?
What?
That would have pushed him heavy in the tag team division and heavy in the singles arena. So similar to when Eddie Guerrero was like the US and the Cruiserweight champion, or like wasn't he the tag, something like that. It puts you
US in the tag team.
Yeah. Like it puts you on the show twice. So people know like you're really the man if you can pull that stuff off. I think they did the same thing with Lance Storm. Like he had 3 belts at one time or something.
Yeah. That was in WCW.
I was always referring to WCW, but that would have been awesome though. That would have been awesome.
Oh yeah. So I guess we can move on to the next thing on NXT. I guess we can talk about the women's division. So we see a video of William Regal telling Asuka that she's having to face all 3 women at Takeover. And Asuka has this look on her face for the first time like she's actually worried, which makes me wonder if we might get a title change finally.
Well, I think we will. Like I think we will. I don't think it's the right time, but I wonder if Ember Moon comes back not to actually enter the match, but interfere and cost her the title, and thus the storyline keeps continuing.
Yeah, she could. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe something like that. I think, I don't think she would have. I don't think Asuka would have went 2 straight takeovers in triple threat fatal 4-way matches and won. I don't think she's going to do that. So no, and I know we're going to give our predictions next week, but who do you think wins?
I would give it to Nikki and let Ruby chase her.
Okay. And then just keep the Asuka feud with Ember hot, but just not for the title, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, I could see that happening. I don't think
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to jump to something else here.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Let's just move on. Then. That's cool.
Did you ever watch last week and see the bump that Ember took to be injured?
Yeah, man. I think reading about it, listening to people tell me about it, I thought it was a lot nastier than what it was. No, no slight to how it happened, but it looked like she just flew right through the middle ropes. That's what it was. And then she, I guess she tried to brace herself.
Right.
But I don't know, maybe everything just happened so fast. But yeah, that looks serious. And, hopefully she's not going to be out too long. But yeah, that did suck. And it kind of catapulted for where everybody got injured all of a sudden.
Yeah, I know, and they're all their arms.
Yeah, like, dude, I don't know. I mean, I'm a conspiracy theory guy, but I don't know. I just thought it was kind of weird that everybody got injured on an arm. Like, no necks, no legs, nothing like arms. So.
Right. Yeah, and that bump that Emma took to break her shoulder or whatever is pretty nasty looking. Yeah,
you got to send that to me, man. I haven't checked it out. I think I saw a picture of it, but I didn't see it when it actually happened.
Yeah, I seen the picture, and the picture don't do it justice.
Yeah, is she gonna be out for a long time?
She hasn't found out yet, but by the look of it, it might be a while. Yeah.
Okay, and the same thing with Braun, right? Braun has a bad elbow, arm, something like that.
Right. Yeah, elbow, I think.
Okay, well, so what are they? I don't want to derail the show, but what are they gonna do for the Raw pay-per-view?
I don't even think they know.
Yeah, this is getting interesting, man.
Yeah.
Getting very interesting, dude. Very interesting. Yeah,
They may have to put Balor in there or something against Brock or something. I don't know.
Man, I was thinking about that earlier. Yeah, let's keep continuing with NXT, man, if we can, and then we'll get into Raw.
All right. So next we had the announcement that P. Dunne versus Tyler Bate will happen at Takeover for the UK title.
Is this a rematch from the UK Championship, that tournament?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean that makes sense. They're British strong style anyway, right?
No, that's Tyler Bate and Trent Seven.
No, I thought it was 3 of them.
It might be 3 of them, but I don't think it's P. Dunne.
Okay.
Maybe it is.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I thought they were kind of in on this together, like that we can kind of build a storyline off of us, but
right.
Yeah, aren't they doing like a UK show also?
Yeah, they are, and it should be airing because you would think they'd want to show that match before Takeover. You would think they would want to show it like within this week or next week, but I ain't heard no announcement or anything.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe the Takeover show will be like the kickoff to start actually watching WWE. I guess WWE UK WWE, whatever. Is it going to be on the network?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out, man. Definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, it was interesting on their tour that they were doing over there. That on that show, on the 2 shows they did, there was a lot of cruiserweights on that show too that they used
on the UK show.
Yeah.
Like 205 live guys,
yeah,
or cruiserweights.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh man. Okay.
So maybe I'm wondering if they might not join them too.
Yeah. And listen, man, they got to do something with them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the way you kind of cross over and get people interested. That's cool though. I like that.
Because they're going to have to, because if they keep on, they're going to have a show every night of the week as far as to watch wrestling. Especially if they do this women's tournament and they, like, after it's finished, they put a women's show on the network.
Dude, let's talk about that though, man. Right now you're getting Monday through Wednesday. Thursday, I think Thursday is not reserved, but that's TNA.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna include Lucha Underground. ROH, is that Wednesday or Thursday?
I don't know. I think it comes on here on like I see it on like Saturday nights at 11 or something like that.
Yeah, Saturday night. Okay, so you could dominate the landscape, but let me ask you this, Trent: would you watch it if you had let's say you had a UK show on Thursday, let's say you had the women's show on Friday, or maybe you just had that double block on Thursday? Would you watch it?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So you will watch WWE Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and obviously on Saturday and Sunday if it was an NXT big pay-per-view weekend, right?
Yeah, I probably would.
Okay. All right. I got you.
All right, at least the first I would watch it. It'd probably end up being like 205 Live where I'd get tired of it.
Dude, listen, I'm not going to knock anything that they're going to do, but I just remember the Cruiserweight Classic. Like, even if you get 10 weeks of just the Cruiserweight Classic being awesome, if you get that same mold out of the women's tournament or the UK show, that'll keep people's interest, man. And that might have people flocking to that versus the other shows. Listen, man, let's just go ahead and get into it now. Raw and SmackDown are taking nosedives, man.
Yeah.
Like the ratings are not TNA bad, but they're under 3s now.
Right. But they've been that way for a while, ain't it?
They've been that way for a while, but they're going lower. Like it's not inconceivable that you could get a 2. You could get a 2 one of these weeks. I'm serious. Like it is possible. If you don't have,
hey, you was right about British Strong Style. It is the 3 of them.
Okay, yeah. I think I saw like a little clip with them. That's why when I saw the UK show, I was like, oh well, okay.
Right.
But yeah, Raw is taking a nosedive. SmackDown is taking a nosedive. One of the things that I asked you before, I don't understand why Raw and SmackDown and I guess just Raw and SmackDown aren't exclusively on the WWE network, like the night of, not 2 days later, 3 days later, or a week later. Right. With that, man, like I think that would boost the metrics but not necessarily the rating. I know the NBA playoffs are on, hockey playoffs are on, baseball's on, but man, you're either giving subpar performances or people just are tuning out right now, man.
Yeah. As far as putting it on the network, I think that'll eventually happen. I think if they can get a TV, renew their TV deal with USA whenever it comes up again, there's a strong chance that we could go to everything WWE is on the network.
I wouldn't knock it, man. Like I would not knock it. I'm waiting for them to.
Would that convince you to actually get it then?
I'll say this. This is where I was going with that. I know right now, since they're on USA, that's an NBC product. That's why it's on Hulu. Like, that's the only reason that the stuff is on Hulu.
Right.
If they completely leave that NBC deal, that Univision, I think, deal, then that will definitely have people like, well, I guess I got to get the network, or at least I got to beg Trent to give me his credentials or something like that. Because that's the only way that you're going to see it, man. I'm not going to be glued to this laptop watching it live on one of my resources. So I would rather just pay for it. But that's the only way that's going to happen, dude. It's the only way that's going to happen.
Yeah. And what do you think about the whole giving it free for the first month? Like, people can just cancel it and resubscribe when a pay-per-view comes up.
Well, let me ask you this though. Like, what's the level of thinking there for doing that? I mean, would you be sneaky and cancel before the end of the month and then pick it back up around SummerSlam and then drop it again and pick it back up? I mean, like,
I wouldn't, but I'm sure there's a lot of people that do that.
Well, I was just hoping that maybe there were restrictions or something like that. Like, hey, the debit card that you entered in is the same as before or whatever, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, man. I mean, it's gimmicky, it's just gimmicky.
Yeah.
But
I think the worst part of it is when it's WrestleMania and they're basically giving WrestleMania away for free.
Well, you can look at it that way, or you can look at it like, damn, a lot of people bought Payback.
Right.
It's just a different way. It's just a different way to look at it, man. At the end of the day, like, you're looking at metrics. You're just looking at how many people were pinging the server for that WrestleMania stream, and then that's how they're going to be able to market that to get other sponsors for the WWE Network, to get more people to buy stock in WWE, because all eyes are on the WWE Network. So that's how it works, man. I'm not one to pay for something that I'm already paying for in internet. I just don't understand that. That's just me. I just don't understand that.
Yeah.
So good luck to everybody out there with the WWE Network.
All right. So we get a Drew McIntyre interview in the back, and who of all people interrupts him but Vanilla #1? Or as I like to call him now, Mr. Sarah Lee.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. And congratulations to Vanilla.
And if the other one ever comes back around, I will be calling him Mr. Alexa Bliss.
Is he still with her? Dude, she's probably like, I don't even need, you're still on NXT now. Like, why would I even talk?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think they're engaged.
Wow. He's riding off her coattails.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even going to knock him. That was Wesley Blake, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I thought he was Cassius Ohno for a second. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's kind of shocking to see how much of a turnaround Drew McIntyre has made, man. So good luck to him. And NXT is thriving now, man. So that's kind of how I like to watch NXT when business is booming.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a down period, but it seems like we're back on the upswing now.
Yeah. And that almost doesn't bode well for Raw and SmackDown, man.
No.
Like, Trent, for a fact, there was a long time where I only watched NXT, dude. Like, I only watched NXT. SmackDown back then was taped and nobody cared about SmackDown. This was, pre-draft. Didn't want to watch 3 hours of Raw. Loved NXT. I can't wait to go back to those days, man. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Next we had DIY coming out and talking about all the other tag teams should get behind them as far as challenging Authors of Pain. When we get the debut of Riddick Moss and Tito Sabatelli, and they said that the line should start behind them. Then we get a match between the two where DIY defeats them. After the match, Regal comes out and makes a ladder match between Authors of Pain and DIY for Chicago.
Okay, so the tag team division is once again red hot. Now we get a ladder match with those huge monsters in AOP. versus DIY. All of those tag matches have been, if not classics, pretty close to classics. So this just adds another level to that, that dynasty that they're building with the tag team division in NXT. I can't wait to see the match, man. I can't wait to see the match.
Yeah, and the Ciampa and Gargano were taking some nasty looking bumps on the ladders from those two. Yeah,
you can imagine the AOP are going to be the bases. They're probably going to throw them everywhere. But they'll use DIY to kind of guide them around the ring. Right. A ladder match can get pretty nasty, man. And you're going to have, they can get creative though. They're going to get creative, but that can get pretty nasty with those huge guys in AOP and pretty much the cruiserweights in DIY.
Yeah, I'm already calling them having a ladder set up in the middle, and Authors of Pain hit the Super Collider on the ladder with both their backs hitting each side of the ladder.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay, look, yeah. Let's go ahead and document that right now. That'll be awesome. That will be awesome. Oh man, dude, like I'm hyped for Rude and Hideo. Just because I want to see that match. Like I want to see that match. I don't know who will win. Maybe Rude will win, but I'm kind of hyped for that match. But once I heard that this was a ladder match, I definitely got back interested with the tag team division.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that women's match should be pretty good too.
Yeah, it should be very, very interesting, man. Now this will just be a regular match, like a regular triple threat. No elimination or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, you get the hardcore style from both Nikki and Ruby, and then Asuka is just obviously the favorite, but we'll see, man.
Yep. And then Bate and Dunn should be pretty good too.
Oh, wait. So that's 4. That's 4. NXT rarely does anything over 5. What's 5?
Maybe they team up Cassius Ohno and Drew McIntyre to face Wesley Blake and Andrade Almas.
Okay. No debut this time? Like nobody's coming out of the woodwork or anything, or
not unless we get the Velveteen. What was his name again?
Was it Velveteen Dream? Something like that?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Gosh, Velveteen Dream. That's terrible. Yeah, man. That's crazy, man. We don't have our 5th match yet, but I'm pretty sure we'll get something. I don't think it'll be a women's match, but Alistair, maybe Alistair.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who he'll go against.
Maybe he'll squash the Velveteen Dream.
That could probably be like maybe a dark match. I know we'll probably get Sanity and Roderick or something like that, or maybe they'll do something like that.
That's our 5th.
That's gonna be the 5th one.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Yeah. And last thing I want to talk about NXT is so we get this promo with Cassius Ohno, and Andrade Almas interrupts him, and I have to wonder: is Pedro the only insult that they allow these Mexican guys to give to people?
Now you're paying attention. No. Now listen. Now you're on my team of paying too much attention to stuff. I thought the same thing. It's like, okay, yes, an insult, but is that like the only word? Yeah, I thought the same thing, man. I thought the exact same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're paying too much attention, Trent. That's what you used to tell me. That's what you used to tell me all the time. Exactly. And Almost and Rusev are still twins in my book. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that's all NXT.
Okay. Now pretty much the show goes very negative. I'm sorry to say, but the show will go negative. What do you want to kick it off with, man?
We can do SmackDown first, I guess.
Okay. Let me ask you this, man. From watching Raw and SmackDown, obviously they were taped, I believe. I know Raw was.
Right, they both were.
Okay, so did it seem a little edited to you, like the
sure it was. Yeah.
The sound or anything? I was expecting them to chant "lopsided boob" for Flair, or "We saw you naked," lopsided boob. I don't know. I'm serious. It's the O2 crowd. It's the London crowd. I thought they were gonna do something special.
Yeah, I mean, SmackDown I felt was a little bit more lively, but Raw, I mean, that crowd completely felt dead the whole entire night.
And see, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know if it was me. Now, I had to watch it on Hulu, but it just seemed like the audio was totally different. Like they drowned them out or something like that. Because, yeah, like you said, they were dead, man. And, I mean, they didn't really have much to cheer for. The show kind of was very lame. But, yeah, it looked pretty tame out there, dude.
Yep. I was a little disappointed. I was expecting more from the London crowd.
I was too, man. I was too. So we get Braun coming out in a sling, with his arm in a sling.
Right.
It's funny that he didn't show any signs of injury after he, collapsed the ring with Big Show, but after he destroys Roman, he comes out in a sling.
Yeah.
So okay, he challenges Roman, but then he challenges Brock at the same time, and we kind of go from there. Braun is now injured. He has time to kind of heal up between now and the actual Raw pay-per-view. But have they announced anything as far as the pay-per-view? Like, I haven't even seen a teaser or trailer for the pay-per-view yet.
No, they haven't.
But they're saying that Brock will be on the show.
He won't be on the next one. He'll be on the one after that.
He'll be on the Raw show, right? This Great Balls of Fire, right?
Right, Great Balls of Fire. But before that, you have Extreme Rules.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought Great Balls of Fire was the next Raw pay-per-view.
No, I think it's in... Because they were talking about... Because Ambrose even said that he would see Miz at Extreme Rules.
Oh, okay. All right. So wait a minute, dude. You're not even going to have Brock at Extreme Rules. Braun is injured right now. Wow, this is just going downhill, man. It's going downhill. Okay. Yeah, I was totally confused there, but thanks for getting me on track. So Extreme Rules is the next pay-per-view, and I guess we're going to get hardcore in the next coming weeks with Raw.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we were talking about SmackDown, but I mean, I thought SmackDown was pretty solid. My favorite part were the Usos in 12 days.
Yeah.
But the Fashion Police was still pretty funny. I still like SmackDown. I'm trying to figure out what exercise regimen, what training regimen Luke Harper did, and why he didn't tell Eric Rowan anything about it. That's the only thing I was trying to figure out, man, because I'm pretty sure at one point Luke Harper and Roman were about the same stature, right? Like not the stockiest build, but they were at least roaming around the same weight. Now Luke Harper looks in incredible shape, and Rowan just looks bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah. But
they're the two giants in comparison to what's the 45-year-old guy that still goes to the same biker bar every single week because his mom owns it. There you go. So yeah, man. Oh yeah, let's get into what I've told you before and what people have yet to actually acknowledge, but continue to enable. Okay. Sami Zayn's coke addiction. Why is that the gimmick that they give him for backstage promos?
He's the new whipping boy now.
Okay.
Did you read what JBL said about him on Bring It to the Table?
No. What did he say? Oh, this wasn't on paper, but this was on a show?
Right. This was on the show right after it comes on right after Raw. Bring It to the Table.
Oh, they got rid of Raw Talk or going in Raw?
Talk, but this is different. This has JBL, Corey Graves, and then Pete Rosenberg is the host.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
He said that he would rather be captured by ISIS than have to hang out with Sami Zayn.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
Why would he pick on Sam? Why?
He's Vince's new whipping boy, I guess. JBL, if Vince don't like somebody, he's the one that talks shit about him.
That is okay.
And once again, that goes back to the whole Mauro Ranallo thing.
Yeah, man. I mean, wow. I heard something about I heard Booker T, talk about the Mauro situation, and he was talking about, bullying doesn't exist when you're a grown man, right? Bullying it exists when you're, a kid, and you're told not to, put hands on anybody or whatever, but when you're a grown man, you can defend yourself. Stuff like that is kind of indirect jabs, man. Like they're the sleight of hand when you make comments like that. Yeah, that's just, I don't know. I don't know why there's a place for that stuff.
Yeah, and the problem is that it comes from the top. There's nobody to, stop it because Vince is the one that, allows it.
And it's not like Sammy can go up to JBL and say something bad about JBL because Sammy is a face. This is totally different than Kevin Owens, just mocking Michael Cole. So there's no reason for it. There's just no reason for it, dude.
Another, a non-kayfabe thing. I mean, he can't say nothing to JBL because he'll probably lose his job or, be pushed down the card even further, Yeah.
JBL
and Vince are boys.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I thought you wanted to promo Sammy as like a a really big star. Obviously, he had been in the O2 arena before with one of those NXT shows, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So he was a really big fan favorite.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just seems like every time they get Sammy backstage, he's like the young guy in a room full of vets or something, and or he just always comes off as like a fanboy, but with the spirit of a 12-year-old. And when you're a grown man, it makes you look like you have a coke addiction. That's just me.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's all, the way they're booking him.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, did you hear the Fire Bradshaw chants on SmackDown?
I didn't know what they were saying. I heard it, and yeah, I get it now. I just couldn't put it together, man. I couldn't put they said it during the what segment did they say that during?
I don't even remember.
They said it. Oh my gosh, they said
Toward
it.
the beginning of the show. It might have been during the women's match.
Yeah. I think it was during the women's match because I couldn't make it out. Like I said, when the women weren't out there, I was waiting for them to chant something about Charlotte, but they never did.
Right.
Yeah, it was Fire Bradshaw. Maybe stuff like that catches steam, man, and they actually bring it to life. Maybe he gets in the ring one time and just gets mauled by Sami Zayn, because you got to do something with it, man. People are still talking about how you got rid of Morrow, and just to bring Tom Phillips in, and Phillips made a stupid comment about the Usos have been together for such a long time, and JBL's like, they're twins, man. What are you talking about? Like they've known each other since they were 5. I mean, come on, they're twins. So it just doesn't work. But anything that the universe wants, man, usually the universe will get.
Yeah, and when this whole Morrow thing was happening, it was starting to pick up steam on some of like the mainstream websites and stuff, not just wrestling websites.
Well, they'll be in Chicago in a couple of weeks, in about 12 days, according to the Usos. So
right, 12 days.
We should see something with Fire Bradshaw. Imagine if that picks up steam, man. Imagine if it picks up steam so much that during the dreaded kickoff show, they chant that when he's walking down the ramp.
I won't doubt it, yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yep. Let's see. What else happened on SmackDown? Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. Well, this is a feud that's kind of boring.
It kind of reminds you of just Kane going against somebody. I mean, it's on the show. Don't know why it's on the show. It's just on the show.
Right. Yeah. I feel like they should just put them back together as a tag team. I mean, because neither one of them's going to be, I don't see in the U.S. or world title picture anytime soon. So why not just make them a tag team? Because they're a heck of a tag team together.
They're a heck of a tag team, and now you have Luke Harper just really dominating. And I think he already did that before, but he has a complete moveset that people respect now. So, I would think if they got back together, they would be even more dominant since they play different roles now. But singles in singles competition, it's just there's no point.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking there was going to be some hope for Harper, around the Wyatt feud. And then once that was over, he just dropped right back down the card.
Dude, the t-shirt and the jeans and the beard with the bald spot in the back. I mean, if you change something with that, maybe you won't look like Luke Harper anymore. Maybe you'll look like Lucas Harper Incorporated. I don't know. But I mean, you'll look like something different. That's what I keep thinking, that the whole backwoods camouflage thing. I don't know. I mean, because I've seen the dude in regular interviews, very soft-spoken guy, pretty cool character. So they could do something with him, and he has talent to back it up. Don't know if they'll pull the plug on him.
Yeah, I mean, they'll pull, which I am, getting behind gender, but if they can pull the plug on gender, then please pull it on Harper.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they do something with Harper, you're going to see him as a heel. I just don't think him as a babyface with the same gimmick will work.
Yeah.
So we will see.
Yeah.
Listen, but I don't need you to talk ill about the Maharaja.
I'm liking the Maharaja.
And once again, you say it's so much better than I do. I'm waiting for him to, have a pretty decent match at the pay-per-view. I will admit, his matches aren't that great.
No.
I mean, the moveset is not that great. I mean, so you're pretty much waiting for the Bollywood boys to get involved.
Yeah.
But this could be an interesting matchup, man. It could be an interesting matchup.
And I'm not too fond of his finisher, the Cobra Clutch Slam. I've never been impressed by that finisher, even when Ted DiBiase Jr. used to have it.
Are they trying to go back to like Sergeant Slaughter? Like, I thought that was some kind of tribute to him and the Iron Sheik or something. Like, that's the only thing I could think of. I don't know where I'm drawing these assumptions from, but I don't know what. Like, was that even his finisher before he came back?
I think it was.
Okay,
At least I think it was, because we never got to see it too much because he was always losing.
Right. I mean, if he used that as a submission, I think it would come off better than the slam.
Yeah.
The slam looks pretty wet. It looks flat. I mean, it just falls flat. But if he uses that as a submission, maybe you could kind of get something out of it.
Yeah, and as big as he is now, it would be nice if he would use it as a submission and then kind of like when he's got it on him, like ragdoll him around.
Yeah, man. Once again, GNC doesn't sell the steroids that he's on. That dude is freaking huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once again, the Bollywood boys look like they're 6-year-old, man. I mean, he's huge.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see how far the Maharaja does.
That was better. That was a better one.
Listen, I'm trying. We'll see though, man. Like I don't think he's gonna beat Randy, but it does keep him important on the show.
Yep. Let's see. You want to talk about the women's division next?
The one thing I want to talk about the women's division is what are they doing with Tamina? What are they doing with Tamina? Why is she out there?
Same thing they've always done.
What is she doing? What are you doing?
Poor
I don't know what she's doing.
Talk. I mean, they don't even let her talk.
And I really thought she was tall, like taller, but she's almost the same height as Charlotte, right?
Right. Well, I think she seemed taller when Nia wasn't around. Once Nia come on the scene, she looks so much smaller.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, she doesn't have that ominous presence anymore, man. So
no.
I don't know. Maybe they'll do something with her. But as long as Feel the Glow is still booming out, I'm happy. I'm fine.
I did like Charlotte's comeback when they were arguing backstage. She was like, "What are you going to do? Glow on me?"
Yeah, that was awesome. Let's get into Charlotte, man, because I finally saw the pictures.
Yes.
Let me ask you then. No, we're gonna keep it clean. Trent. I saw the pictures, and I'm thinking to myself, was she taking pictures to show her doctor how lopsided they are?
Well, she could have been.
Because they're lopsided.
Yeah.
Now I understand why that corset is so thick that she wears, but they're not balanced at all. They're not balanced. They look like a mother of three holding groceries in 2 paper bags.
Right.
And one is heavier than the other. That's what they look like. But I saw the pictures. I was like, these can't be, hey, daddy, look at me pictures. These look like pictures of I have an eating disorder and I'm taking pictures of it.
Yeah. And one thing I was disappointed in the pictures is when you look at her ring gear, it looks like she's got a bigger booty than what she actually does in them pictures.
Nah, that's you wanting to imagine something there.
Yeah,
that chick has no. I was listening to another podcast and they were like, if you're gonna wear booty shorts, have a booty.
Right.
Yeah, she's Ric Flair with tits, man. I told you that. That's what she is.
Yep. So even the little bit of attraction I had for her at first, once I seen them pictures, it all the way down to 0.
Nah, I mean, like I said, I looked at the pictures and I just felt sorry for her because I thought there was something else. Like I said, I don't think these were pictures that you sent to your boyfriend like, hey, look at me.
No.
I think these pictures were, something else. I don't know. Man, maybe that's just me.
Yeah. Did you see the Caitlyn ones?
No, man, because you've looked at them more. Those Caitlyn pictures have enough hits on them just from you looking at them alone. So I didn't feel the need to do it. I was looking at the site and I kept thinking to myself, how the hell HE double hockey sticks are they getting these pictures, man? Because some of these pictures are of current like CBS, ABC stars. I mean, so I'm thinking to myself, I didn't know if it was Photoshop or what.
Yeah, and as far as WWE goes, there's rumors that there's more from different girls.
I don't know, man. They had a lot of pictures, dude. Like that, and let's be honest, I didn't know the site.
Right.
So that's probably how it stays under wraps. I didn't know about it.
And I didn't know about it until I just looked, search Google for it. But it's like, was it like the second or third? I mean, you don't have to go far down to find the site, though.
You were exactly right. I think last week you said it was like the third one. I didn't even put the name in. I just put Charlotte's lopsided boob, and that's what came up. That's what came up. It was like third or fourth from the top. So
yeah.
Yeah, man. There was a lot of chicks on there, and I'm like, these are current stars. Why haven't they gotten their picture removed? Or maybe people like the biggest thing about any of these leaks is if you make a big deal about it, people are going to find out about it. If you don't say crap about it 5 years down the line, when somebody says, "I seen you naked," it's like, yeah, dumbass. It was out since 2002. So
Yeah, I
maybe
mean,
they just didn't think about it.
yeah, if you don't say nothing about it, nobody's going to go search them out, really, because you're not going to know they exist as much.
Right. And maybe that's how some of these pictures have gotten out there and nobody knew about them. But once I saw a couple of girls, I'm like, damn, these are ABC, CBS stars. It was weird.
Yeah. And the next rumored one is Bailey.
How do you have rumored?
That's what I've read.
Okay. I mean, we'll have to see. I know you're waiting for it.
And there's another rumor which I absolutely don't believe is there's a video with Becky and Charlotte.
Wait a minute, what?
Yeah, a girl video of Becky and Charlotte.
You're hacking phones now.
No,
you are hacking phones.
It's a rumor.
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe it. I mean, I might believe it about the Bailey ones, but not about that.
Well, I don't know. We'll have to see, man. We will have to see. Yeah. I don't know. What if it's a video like the video Paige and Xavier made with Brad Maddox? Like what if this is really a 4 horsewomen video and Sasha's taking the video of Becky and Charlotte?
Right, yeah. And Bailey's over there in the corner somewhere.
But dazzling a jacket or something. This is getting crazy. This is crazy.
It is.
Oh,
gotta love the internet.
Yeah, you do. You do. You have no choice, really, but you do.
No.
Yeah. Are we done with SmackDown?
Other than what in the world was Mojo Rawley doing?
Okay, well, keep in mind, I had to watch it on Hulu. Was he giving them a tour, but only showed them the Andre the Giant statue? Like, did they even go back to them taking the tour after that?
No, that's all they showed.
Okay, so listen. It's been a long day, man. It has been a long day. So I'm thinking to myself, maybe they're editing this and it's not getting edited right, but I have no idea, man. I have no idea. For somebody who I thought his career was taking off with that win at WrestleMania and everything like that,
right?
It's kind of nosediving, man.
Well, it seems like they don't want to use him unless they can use him when Gronk's around.
Well, I mean, maybe he'll be in line for a lot of stuff during football season, but you need to capitalize on it, man. I mean, you need to do something with it. Yep. Man, maybe they're waiting for Zack Ryder to come back and he turns on Zack or something. I don't know.
Yep, I know that's folks. Emma and Zack Ryder, the boyfriend and girlfriend, are both on the shelf.
On the shelf, they can help heal each other's wounds right now. Yeah.
Yes, and if Zack Ryder don't want to, I'll gladly volunteer.
Welcome to the show, my friend. Welcome to the show. Let's move over to Raw, man, because I know we can kind of knock this out pretty quickly.
Yeah. Miz and Ambrose, co-general managers.
Yeah, I felt sorry for that O2 crowd, man. I thought they got, I'm not gonna say cheated, but like this is usually the show where we get a title that changed hands or we just get some surprises, and I just felt bad for him.
Yeah, pretty crappy show.
Yeah, definitely. And I have read somewhere that people are complaining about paying for these crappy shows, and WWE just doesn't care. It's like, we give you WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Money in the Bank now, and Survivor Series. The other ones don't matter. And I've been trying to tell people that for a long time. They're just holdovers, man, because you're trained to get one every month. So yeah,
that reminds me, like I think it's like 06, 07. My cousins who were younger than me were wanting to order pay-per-views, and they ordered Survivor Series. And then they wanted to order Armageddon. I'm like, don't order Armageddon. Don't order it. It's not going to be good. And they kept on. So they finally ordered it. Since they were ordering, I went over there and watched it. And it was a pretty crappy show.
Yeah. And this was back in the $50 days, right?
Yeah. I was like, don't order it. Wait until the Rumble.
Wow. Nah, I don't know, man. Oh, man. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah. That was the Armageddon where we got the debut with the Edgeheads.
Dude, I can't really name a December pay-per-view that was on fire ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
We had Alexa beating Mickie James.
Yeah, we had Alexa beating Mickie James. Alexa's just dominant. I mean, like that is the bright spot on the show, other than the Hardys.
Yeah, I agree.
What are we
please
doing?
Don't let her get injured. Raw really will be the shit show.
Listen, man, you got Emma injured. Pretty sure that was kind of, keep Bailey and Sasha, give them an opponent. Well, unless they now have to face Nia Jax every single week. Braun's out. Roman can't fight anybody. Brock's not going to be on the show. It's just
Finn Balor is somewhat boring to watch.
Finn and Bray. Let me ask you this, man. Finn and Bray. I would rather see Finn and Bray just for the spectacle that it could be versus Ambrose and Miz.
Yeah. Well, that's also because we've already seen Ambrose and Miz.
Very true. Very, very true. So, I mean, that's a cool spot. Like, I've totally forgotten Samoa Joe is on the show. I think he only exists if Triple H is on the show. So, maybe he comes back pretty soon. We haven't seen Stephanie come back. So, Raw still has some climbing to do before they can walk again. But it is going downhill, man.
Yeah. I did like the segment in the back, though, with Alexa and Nia, where she was talking about Nia wanted a title shot. And she's like, I don't make matches, but I'll let Kurt Angle know next week. And I'll get back to you on that. And Nia's like, well, all right, that's fine. Until then, you've got yourself a friend.
Let me ask you this. Why didn't Kurt Angle even make the show, man?
I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want to go overseas, I guess. You
see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have Triple H. You don't have Stephanie. You don't have Brock. You don't even get Kurt Angle.
But you have Dean Ambrose and The Miz.
I'm laughing because that had to be what someone said in the production meeting.
Yeah.
We got Dean Ambrose. And, it just doesn't work, man.
We're battling co-general managers. It will be like when Eric Bischoff and Stone Cold Steve Austin were co-general managers.
Man, I don't know who's writing the show, how liberated they are when writing the show.
As soon as they made them both general managers, you knew how the night was going to go. One was going to make a decision, and the other would change it.
Yeah, it just reeked from the start. I mean, it was pretty bad from Jump Street. And like I said, I just felt bad for the O2 crowd, man, because you had to sit through that. And then, I mean, you got some interesting cruiserweight action, but it just wasn't living up to what you're used to getting. I mean, and I'm talking about the international show, where they went to Rome or Italy or, something like that. You got, debuts, you got people, coming out of the back, just crushing people. They didn't do anything like that this time.
Nope. We had Sheamus and Cesaro winning tag team turmoil after running through every single team.
Okay. I mean, I'm happy for them. They'll match up with the Hardys at Extreme Rules.
Right.
Okay.
Not sure the whole point of having Goldust and R-Truth give a pep talk and act like they're going to win this thing or something. I'm not sure if they have plans for them or what.
I don't know, man. It's getting too simple now. We're just trying to rush to the next pay-per-view and get this pay-per-view over with. But yeah, I don't know.
I will say, though, that I did like Goldust being more serious this week instead of being his goofy, I have Tourette's, where I just all of a sudden shout out something.
Yeah. Anything that they can do to make them serious, because you have enough comedy on the show from the good talkers. So I don't even know if they even get another shot. I mean, like what?
Probably not.
Yeah. It's just no point.
Yeah. We had Sasha Banks defeating Alicia Fox. And did you see this match?
No.
So the referee completely screwed up. Sasha had Alicia pinned, and Alicia's shoulder was clearly up, and the referee kept counting. I said, well, that referee's getting fussed out when he gets
man. Was that the finish?
Yeah.
Wait. If that was the finish, isn't that on Alicia? No. What I'm saying was, could you see that was the actual finish? Like they were going home right there.
I'm not sure. I think it was. Okay. So yeah, I guess it would have been on Alicia, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's terrible.
Either way, it was a screw up by one of them, and one of them or both of them are probably going to get screamed at when they got to the back.
Yeah. Oh man, that's it. That's funny. Now that's a good Hulu excuse right there.
Yeah. We had Seth Rollins defeating Samoa Joe by DQ.
Like, I forget that they're on the show, man. I do because I don't know why he's still mad at Joe. I don't.
Right.
I don't. Like, why are you still mad at Joe? Why is Joe? is Joe even a destroyer anymore if he can't even beat Seth Rollins?
Right. Well, I think it's now that Joe's mad at Rollins because he beat him.
Okay, tisk tisk.
Yeah, back and
Like
forth.
you're supposed to be a destroyer, and I don't know. It's a feud. I get it's a feud, but
Yeah,
man,
match
they
on
don't
paper.
incorporate. Yeah, they don't incorporate anyone else into it, which kind of puts them on an island, makes them easy to forget.
Yep. And in our spectacular main event, Bray Wyatt defeated Dean Ambrose after Miz hits Dean with the IC belt. And we will have Miz versus Ambrose for the IC title next week. And hope to God Miz wins this thing.
Oh yeah. This will be a good way to lead us into our Backlash NXT Takeover weekend. So yeah, man, that should be a nice set of shows next week.
Yep.
Okay, man, let's get to reality news. First, I want to hit off with Amazing Race. Listen, Trent, you have totally converted me. This is the best show on TV. Don't care what anyone says. I just like it, man, and I'm getting more people interested into it. Like I said, not really sure why I didn't like it from the very first season. I told you I did like the pairings this time since they were total strangers to each other. But yeah, man, was there anything different about this season than last season, or am I just drawn to this season?
No, I guess just because I've talked so much about reality TV, you're starting to watch it now.
Okay, no. I mean, and that could be it, man. I never watched Amazing Race before. Like I just never did. But this is interesting. It's a competition. They go different places. And I know for people out there who watch the show before, they're like, "Oh, you really have never watched Amazing Race?" No, I've never watched the Amazing Race. Sorry, but it's a pretty good show, man. I like it.
Yeah. Now, as far as you saying it's the best show in the world, I don't know about that because it's not even one of my favorite. I mean, it's one of my favorite reality shows, but it's probably not my favorite. It's probably like my third or fourth.
Well, let me ask you this though: as far as a reality show, I'm not a big fan of reality that's not reality. So like I like competition type shows.
Yeah.
So like that's what I mean. I don't necessarily like game shows, but I like some level of competition.
Right, where there's a winner, then where there's a goal. They're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, like the Bachelor and Survivor and Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's a reality show. I mean, those are classified as reality shows.
Well, not Real Housewives. I don't consider that. I consider Survivor and Big Brother, an Amazing Race in that same competition thing.
But that's what I'm saying. The Amazing Race is nothing but competition.
Right.
Big Brother is living environments, social experiments, and then you get a competition, right?
Right.
So like those are kind of hodgepodges. I'm not a real big fan of those. I mean, I just like for two people to have it out with each other the entire week and then they have to hold an egg on a spoon at the end of the show. I just think that's a little silly to me. I just like a straightforward competition. If you win,
now the competitions are a little bit more elaborate than that egg on the spoon. I mean, they have a bigger budget than that. It is CBS after all.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so what's going on with Survivor? I know we were kind of trimming the list down. Where are we now?
We're down to 8 after tonight. Sarah's still in there and looking good in there.
Nicely
the
done.
The girl that went out tonight had won a secret advantage, and if she got voted out, she got to give it to somebody else, and she gave it to Sarah. So Sarah now has 2 advantages on her that she can use.
Nicely done.
So she's looking good leading up to these final weeks.
Nicely done.
And they got their loved ones visit tonight on the show, which is always a pretty emotional thing to watch.
Wait a minute, what are we talking about? Big Brother or Survivor?
Survivor.
They get visits now?
Well, like one episode a season, they'll fly in one of their loved ones, just one of them, and they'll get to hug them and stuff. But then they'll have a competition, and the team that wins gets to spend even more time with their loved ones, while the other ones, their loved ones, have to go back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that adds a level of drama to it, man. I could see that being interesting. That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm looking. I think we're at 3 or 4 more episodes, maybe, until the finale.
All right, man. Okay, and we're still riding with Sarah, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. And my picks for the Amazing Race are still in it. So I'm still looking pretty good. And yeah, man, it's going to be the best show on TV by the end of this season.
Yep, and it might be the last season because I don't know for sure if they're coming back or not.
All I care about is if the band director and his partner get a spinoff. That's all I care about.
Right.
I'm gonna start a Kickstarter campaign for them to get their own spinoff.
And two other, I guess, reality show news for this week. American Idol is making its return next year.
Are you serious?
On ABC, different network.
Wow, really?
Yep.
Is Simon Cowell on it?
Probably not. Because
Wow.
he works for NBC.
Wait. Will it be called? Will it be named, titled American Idol?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. I mean, the Voice. Do you follow The Voice?
No, I watched one season of it and I just can't get into it.
I mean,
much as I like Blake Shelton, I just can't get into the show.
Oh, are you a Blake Shelton fan?
Oh yeah, I am. Yeah. I felt like a child of divorce when him and Miranda Lambert divorced each other. I was like, oh no, I gotta choose one or the other. I said, why does this have to happen? Really? Yeah, it was a sad time for me.
Have his songs gotten better or worse?
Better. Yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Cool. Sometimes the pain drives you, so that's cool.
Yeah, now Blake Shelton. He's with Gwen Stefani now.
Yeah, he's been out here banging anything that moves, man. I don't want to talk bad about your dude, but hey, he's doing.
What are you trying to say about Gwen Stefani?
Oh, listen, we're gonna end this. We might have to end the show here, but Gwen Stefani is the white version of Alicia Fox. I don't care what anybody says. That's who Gwen Stefani is. Like, if you need a hit, that's what it is.
And a bit of sad reality show news this week. Did you ever watch Rob and Big on MTV?
I heard about that today, man. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was only a matter of time, but that's sad that happened, man. I mean, yeah. We want everyone to live to 105, but I guess there's a time and place. I love that show. I mean, I thought it was one of the most one of the best put together reality type shows ever. I'm going to train my dog how to ride a skateboard.
All right.
But
it won't be growing up like it was the last week.
Yeah. Nah, he's totally over that now. He's totally over that. But yeah, man, that does suck that he's gone. Rest in peace, my friend, Big Black. Yeah.
Did you ever watch the spinoff to Rob and Big, Rob's Fantasy Factory?
I got into it, but then it seemed like as soon as I got into it, they did what was their America's Funniest Home Videos type show?
Ridiculousness.
Ridiculousness, yeah. It just seemed like once was it his factory or something, Fantasy Factory or something. Once they did that, it just seemed like they just did something else pretty quick.
Yeah, and I have to talk about that because I have to talk about Chanel West Coast.
Okay, go ahead.
She's got one of the most annoying laughs I've ever heard, but man, is she smoking hot. Yeah,
she is pretty cute, man. She is pretty cute. I heard her laugh too. That is,
Yeah, and she's like a rapper, tries to be a rapper.
Yeah, she's signed to Lil Wayne, so never really heard any, a lot of music out of her, but she's definitely inside.
Yeah, I remember there was one episode she had something about her cookie or something, and Rob was like, "Don't you be talking about your cookie?" He was getting up to her like he was her daddy or something. It was pretty funny.
But yeah, she was always the one that they were paying to laughing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. And I guess we can leave off with another happy note. I guess we can tie this in with both wrestling and Total Divas. Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella had their baby today.
Yeah, congratulations to them, man. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I can see why he wasn't on Smackdown now. So yeah, that's awesome.
Yep, it was born at 11:58 p.m. Oh, that was last night, right? What's the date? Today's the 10th, ain't it?
Yeah, today's the 10th. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was last night. Yeah, and it was 8 pounds, 10 ounces, and 21 inches.
That's a big ass baby.
Yeah, and its name is Birdie Joe Danielson.
I was waiting for the name. Yeah, Birdie Joe.
To go along with Birdie Bees, their lingerie clothing line.
Oh yeah, they got to promo everything. So you're telling me thin ass Brie Bella popped out an 8 pound baby?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a huge vag. That's how we end the show. Listeners of the Wrestling Fans Podcast, make sure that you hit us up on social media. You can check out, you can hit us up on Twitter at our official Twitter page for the show, which is
at TWF_podcast.
If you have a huge badge, slide into Trent's DMs. You can.
Oh, now wait a minute, no.
Ladies, A+ ladies, chicks that look like Eva Marie, make sure that you slide into Trent's DMs. You can tweet Trent at
MTW3589.
If you have lopsided boob, I don't care. Just tweet me at BangEm South. And also make sure that you hit us up on Facebook, become a subscriber and a follower of us on Twitter, but definitely hit us up on Facebook at facebook.com/TWF podcast. Make sure that you send us any email, any kind of feedback or comments for the show. Help us with the show, or, add, new topics for us to talk about. Send us email at twfpodcast@gmail.com. And as always, definitely check out the YouTube site, our YouTube channel, The Wrestling Fans Podcast. It has all of the videos there, all of the weekly shows that we do, any bonus episodes, any funny little moments from the show, even, a little bit of backstory, backstage type stuff that we can add in there from time to time. So make sure that you follow, become a subscriber to Facebook and YouTube, and always pay attention to what the boys at TWF are doing. Trent, make sure that you plug your site.
Yes, my thoughts on pro wrestling.blogspot.com. Still working on that fantasy booking thing. I don't work on it every day. I work a little bit at a time, so I can't tell you when I'll have it actually posted. Might be tomorrow, might be next week, might be next month. I don't know.
I got you. Leave the people waiting, man. Leave us wanting more. Trent, is that it, man? Did we cover everything? We covered a lot.
I want to give a shout out to there are podcasts that have been following our page for a while, but I just started listening to them like last night. The Obtuse Angles podcast.
Say it again.
Talk about Obtuse Angles podcast.
Okay, cool.
They talk about wrestling, movies, music. They did this thing where and their episodes are short. They're only like an hour. They talked about they'll take a year like 1999. And they'll go through and talk about some of the pop culture stuff that happened that year. And it brings back all kind of nostalgic, fuzzy childhood memories for me.
Oh, cool, man. Cool. I like it when I think VH1 was doing
I love the 80s.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So if we can get on that show, I would love to contribute.
Yeah. Oh, I've already given my ideas for shows in the past.
Oh, cool. Awesome.
I mean, shows in the future.
Cool.
Shows in the future. Yeah, they're basically kind of like us if we were not PG-13, if we were like R NC-17 rated.
Okay. I got you.
They're two comedians, Jeremy and Kyle. They're two comedians, and they're pretty funny. They're two pretty funny guys.
Awesome, man. So shout out to the Obtuse Angles.
Yep.
Everybody go support them. With that said, Trent, thank you for joining, man. For all the listeners out there, thank you for listening. Trent, I will talk to you next week, my friend.
All righty.
Talk to you later, man. Take care.
All right. Bye.